got a soapbox I can stand upon, but God gave me a stage, a guitar, and a song. My daddy told me, son, don't you get it?
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Daphne, and today we're talking about my 7th week of pregnancy.
The picture, let me set the scene. I know when I have children.
Alright, let's jump right into my symptoms from this week. So, I want to say that my nausea and vomiting got a little bit better this week, but maybe it's just that I was resting more and taking care of myself more, and really the main difference this week for me was that I was just eating more. And not because I necessarily feel better, but because I've realized that if my stomach is empty, I vomit. So like this morning, for example, I got up out of bed, and instead of immediately going downstairs and grabbing a snack, really I should just keep, food in my bedside table. But instead of going downstairs and eating, I got up and I took care of my girls and started to get them ready. And like I said in my previous video, my nausea goes from 0 to 100 so fast. And so I went from nothing to immediately vomiting bile into my mouth. And this is my big complaint for this week, is that bile is a disgusting substance and nobody should ever have to vomit up bile. What is that? What is the purpose? Somebody explain this to me. I don't want to rant too much about that, but that has just been really bothering me this week, is why do I need to vomit up bile? There's just no reason. It's not positively affecting me or the baby in any way. Rant over. That is that. So I have been eating constantly. I have just been eating and eating. And the thing is, the only thing that sounds good ever in the past week or so are carbs. And I just want to eat carbs. So I've been living on Eggo waffles and bagels with cream cheese and crackers and pasta sometimes. That one, sometimes if there's a sauce, it can be kind of disgusting and I don't want it. But pretty much Eggo waffles and bagels have been my go-tos. And if you know me, you know that I was on a big weight loss kick last year in order to get myself and my body healthy for this pregnancy. And if you are aware of my history, you know that I've had 2 previous pregnancies and my girls are both healthy and it's awesome. But I had a lot of health issues during my pregnancy with them. I had severe preeclampsia in both pregnancies, and then with my most recent pregnancy, I had severe preeclampsia, severe postpartum preeclampsia, and I had a life-threatening, I had a life-threatening hemorrhage after I gave birth, and I lost between 2 and 3 liters of blood, and just, I didn't want to go into another pregnancy at an unhealthy weight. So I lost a ton of weight in order to be healthy for this pregnancy. And so for the last year plus, I really haven't eaten carbs, especially things like bagels and Eggo waffles and stuff. So it's just been kind of messing with me that I'm eating that kind of stuff. But really, honestly, it's the only thing that I can eat that ever sounds not disgusting. So yeah, I'm just trying to get through it. Now, when I got pregnant, I was 144 pounds. And then within a couple of weeks, I was down to 138 just because I was vomiting so much and stuff. So I dropped 6 pounds. And then since last week, I guess, I'm up to 141 pounds again. So I've gone up 3 pounds from just eating straight carbs. And it's really messing with me. I know that I've technically lost 3 pounds during this pregnancy, but it's just messing with me seeing the scale going up instead of down. And I know that I have to get over that, and that to have a healthy pregnancy, I probably need to gain 25 pounds or so, but it's a challenge. It's been really hard. So that's something that I just need to deal with and handle. But I don't expect to eat straight carbs for my whole pregnancy, especially processed carbs that aren't good for you. I plan on, as soon as I stop throwing up every hour or so, I plan on meal planning and prepping, and maybe I can do some videos on how I'm eating healthy during pregnancy. But yeah, so there's that aspect. And then there's also the fact that I've been tired and I've been nauseous, and I've been well, I'm nauseous all the time, but particularly in the mornings. So my workout routine for the past year or so has been swimming consistently in the mornings. But recently, when I'm waking up, I'm throwing up so much and so violently that almost every morning I get up and I put on my swimsuit and I'm like, I'm gonna go swim. Like this morning, same thing. And then I can't stop throwing up enough to be able to get into a pool. And so my exercise routine has been thrown off, and just everything, it's just my healthy pregnancy is not going the way that I had intended. So I know I need to get back on the wagon, but for now, I think as long as I hit my goal of only gaining 2 pounds in my first trimester, I'll be okay. So my starting weight was 144, and my goal is to not go above 146 during my first trimester. So we'll see. I could still technically gain 5 more pounds, but at the rate that I'm going, you know, I have 5 weeks, so no more than a pound a week from here on out. And if I'm doing more than that, I'll just have to find alternatives to Eggo waffles. Maybe, I don't know, banana, I don't know, something. I have to find something that doesn't make me want to vomit all the time. So there's that. And then hopefully I can, as soon as I stop being sick all the time, hopefully I can really get back on a workout regimen. But for now, I think I'm just going to give myself some grace and allow myself to rest when I need to rest and rest when I'm feeling really sick. And I have the whole pregnancy to be active and fit. And it's not that I'm not swimming at all. Like I went to the gym once this week, which whatever. I'm giving myself grace. It's okay. So yeah. Other than that, I have not been having the same headaches. Like last week, one of my worst symptoms was really bad headaches. And I feel like that's actually improved a lot this week. And so yeah, that feels good. I've been getting more hydration, I think, this week. So that's really good. And what else? What else can I say about symptoms? I think that's it. I had said in a previous video that during my first trimester, I'm not one who feels increased urination at all, which is a pretty common symptom actually in pregnant people. And that has changed. I feel like I'm running to the bathroom every 5 minutes now. And it's not that I'm drinking enough that I should need to go to the bathroom, but I'm feeling like I have to pee, and then I go pee, and like, this is TMI, but there's like not that much pee. So boy, howdy, you signed up for a whole lot of TMI in this video. Subscribe, like, my name's Daphne. Anyway, okay, so that's my symptoms for the week, and it's okay. It feels like maybe it's improving. So hopefully as I slide into my 8th, 9th, 10th week, it will get better. In terms of what's going on just in our lives right now, we're moving. So we're moving on the 25th, March 25th. And so that's coming up. So we're packing, we're doing as much packing as we can. I actually got a lot done this weekend in terms of packing and prepping for the move. So we've got about a week and a half until the big move, and I'm feeling well enough to be packing. So that's good. I also this week busted out my little, what's it called? Oh, I'm going to forget the word. Preg brain is so real. What's it called? Okay, the brand is called Sonoline. I'm going to remember what it's called. Doppler. It's called a fetal Doppler. So this week I busted out my fetal Doppler, and it's cool. It's fun. You like stick it on your belly and you like move it around. Not last pregnancy, my first pregnancy with Nina, I was able to find her heartbeat at about 9 weeks. So right now I'm end of my 7th week. So I'm thinking sometime in the next week or two, I should be able to find the heartbeat with that. So that's going to be really exciting. And I've talked about this in my previous videos. For whatever reason with this pregnancy, I'm just worried about losing it. And I can't explain why. I'm worried about it. So having that and confirming that there is a heartbeat and that baby is alive and it's not a miscarriage or something like that, I think that'll make me feel a lot better. Now, one caveat to people who are maybe considering getting a fetal Doppler is that for some women, they're really reassuring and it's really fun and it helps you bond with baby because you can, before you're feeling baby move, you can like hear real proof of their existence, I guess. And for some women that feels really great and it's reassuring. And for some women, because it can be hard to find baby's heartbeat this early on, for some women, they find it once and then they can't find it again. And it's really like it throws them off and they worry really bad. My experience has been that I'm one of the people who it's just a positive experience for me. And I know not to freak out if I can't find the heartbeat just because baby's like this big and can hide in your uterus, and it's just not a big deal if you can't find it. If you're one of the women, if you're watching this and you're one of the women who would have more anxiety from using a fetal Doppler than positive experiences, then obviously, you know, I would strongly recommend against getting a fetal Doppler. So that was one exciting thing. I wasn't able to find the heartbeat this week, and I've been trying every day just to see if I can find it, and no luck yet. So I will keep you updated, and when I am able to find the heartbeat, I will upload a video either in my weekly update or a separate video explaining about that. So yeah, that was really cool, and I'm super, super excited about that. Other than that, I think that's it in terms of me. I did do my little OB intake phone call. It wasn't an actual appointment. It was just a phone call with the nurse or whatever, and they just took down a bunch of my information and they gave me some of the basic information that of course I've heard a million times because this is my third pregnancy, but stuff like what I shouldn't be eating, the medicine that I should be avoiding, stuff like ibuprofen and stuff like that. So it was all like, yep, I know. But whatever, it makes it feel a little more real that I'm being treated like a pregnant person, because I am. Like, it's just so weird that this is real and it's happening, and it's so cool. And my first actual appointment with my OB is on March 23rd. So just 2 days before our big move, and wow, everything is just really happening, isn't it? So yeah. Oh my gosh, do I want to say this? Okay. I'm not going to reveal it because I think we're going to probably do like an actual gender reveal type thing, but we did our sneak peek test and we got the results this week. So I'm not going to say what those results are because I'm sure we're going to want to share that in a more exciting way than just me talking at the video, but we're excited. It's really cool. It's cool to know so early on what our sneak peek results are, and they claim to have a 99% accuracy after 7 weeks of pregnancy. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to trust our result either way because we're so early on, and I just feel like once I can see on an ultrasound the actual boy or girl parts, it's going to feel a lot more real than a blood test that I did at 7 weeks pregnant. So we'll see. Yeah, that's very exciting. And so we have what I would call a good guess of what the gender is for the baby. So very exciting, and we will update with that information as it becomes available. Okay, enough about me. Let's talk a little bit about baby this week. So baby is the size of a sweet, sweet blueberry this week, which again, I say this every week, but that feels huge. Like I could see it. I could, oh, I dropped the baby. I could hold the baby in my hand and like see that it looks like an actual baby as opposed to a ball of cells. Now, speaking of which, baby actually does kind of look like a baby this week, more like a baby. So one of my favorite YouTube people is called Mama Dr. Jones, and she's a board certified OBGYN, and she does a lot of content about women's health, reproductive health, pregnancy, gynecology, stuff like that. It's extremely interesting content. I will link her channel down below. If you are interested in pregnancy and women and women's health, you should check out her channel. I obsessively watch every video she uploads. But anyway, she said that the end, like 7 to 8 weeks pregnant, your baby is the size and the shape of a gummy bear. So I think that's so cool. That's such like a good visual, because they have like big giant heads, and their head is like half of the size, if not more, half of the size of the body. And they have these little arm and leg bud type things. And it's just so cute. It's so cute to imagine this tiny little gummy bear in my body. It's just the best. Now, what else about baby? Baby is developing more distinct facial features, looking more like a human, eyes, nose, and mouth, and tongue. So everything, it's just crazy that a human develops all of these complicated parts and pieces, and it all happens so early within the first 7 weeks of pregnancy. How crazy. This is the last week that baby is considered an embryo, and next week we'll be graduating into fetus status, so that's pretty cool. And let's see, baby has developed kidneys this week and is going to start making pee pretty soon. If you know about amniotic fluid, you probably know that amniotic fluid is mostly made of fetus pee, right? So the baby drinks the amniotic fluid and pees it back out, drinks it, pees it back out. And that's mostly what the amniotic fluid is, really. And it's kind of a shockingly large amount of fluid that they drink and pee out every day. So that hasn't quite started to happen, but the kidney function is there and has begun to work. And pretty soon my belly's going to be all full of amniotic fluid. So how very exciting. The only other thing to note about the amniotic fluid, if you think that's really disgusting, it's actually not. It's a sterile environment, so it's not as gross as you might think. But also think about the fact that that was you at some point. You were drinking your own pee day in and day out for months and months at a time. Yeah, that's just cool. I just think that fetal development is just the most interesting and weird and bizarre creation, and it's so beautiful and interesting. So there's that. Baby has little arm and leg buds right now, and they're starting to not only be arm and leg buds, but they're starting to develop into the different parts like the upper arm, lower arm, and hands. Baby has little webbed fingers for now, so that's pretty cool, just paddling around in there. Love it. And yeah, so it's so cool. Baby is developing at an incredible rate. Oh, the other cool fact about this week is that baby is developing 100 brain cells every minute. So that big brain is developing so quickly, and it's just so cool and so exciting, because we're gonna love that little brain, that little soul, and it's just so cool. And we cannot wait to meet baby. It's gonna be the best. I'm just so excited. So everything is just feeling more and more real this week. And oh, okay, speaking of baby feeling real, I feel like this is the week where, I don't want to say I look pregnant, but I feel like I look pregnant to me. And my belly, let me show you. I showed you in the intro, but here's like a little more of a close-up. I'm like, this is a weird angle, but there's like this definite rounding that's happening, and it's up here too. It's like everything's getting pushed up. So yeah, I feel like I look pregnant. And our cleaning lady noticed. She's like, oh wow, huh, are there twins in there? Because she had found out that I was pregnant because I was throwing up so bad. But yeah, so it's like, oh man, yeah, I'm big. I get a big belly quickly. It is what it is. You'll see. If you're like, that's not a big belly, just wait. Just wait. Right now, I don't feel like I'm as bloated as I am sometimes, but sometimes by the end of the night, I'll see if I can insert like a picture here of the rounding of my belly. I swear, I look 4 months pregnant sometimes, and yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I know some women are like, oh, I start to show when I'm 25 weeks pregnant, or, you know, I look like I'm pregnant when I'm 30 weeks pregnant. Girl, please. When I'm 7 weeks pregnant, I'm like, hey, might as well bust out the maternity pants. So anyway, that's about all. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, I'll go ahead and link below. Hopefully you can check those out. If you are another mama who is pregnant and you're watching this because you want to feel like someone else is with you, welcome. I'm here with you. It's a journey, isn't it? And if you are on your trying to conceive journey and you're watching this with hope, just know that it's gonna happen for you, and I'm excited and I'm praying for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.